So, I have a lot of you Sweet Valley fans who subscribe to me and look forward to this content, and I definitely have a lot to share with you that I've had since my childhood and my teen years, but this particular book is one that I just recently got because I didn't even know of its existence back when it was first released. I believe this book was released in 1990, so I was in like the, I guess, 4th grade. And keep in mind, of course, you all recall and remember, we didn't have all the ways of advertising that there is today. So I guess I just never caught wind of this at the time. But I was so glad to find out about it this year, and I got a copy. This is a secondhand copy, so there is writing in here from some girl, 30 plus years ago who wrote in it. But that was fine with me. I didn't need like a pristine mint copy. But if you do get a mint copy, I've seen it go for over $100. But that wasn't important to me. So this does have writing in it, and I got a very good deal on it. It is called Sweet Valley Twins Super Summer Fun Book, and it's just adorable. It gives you like all these ideas of things to do for your summer. And since we are in May, I thought just, get a little head start on planning for your summer, and why not let Jessica and Elizabeth help you with that. So not all pages have been marked in. You'll see we're going to go page by page, but some have, and that's fine. And I just want to, go through it and not really skip any parts, just show you every single page for a very relaxing type video. And just something a little different, because maybe many of you also didn't know that this book existed. So, without further delay, let's just get into it. So the first page is just the title page, and it gives you all the books that they have had up to that point. I love the emblem, the logo for this book, right? It's just too cute. And there's the dedication. It says, "To my mother, Francine Pascal, for all her support and encouragement, and for the girls at the country school in North Hollywood, California." And it lists those girls, so I'm not sure what their affiliation is, but I think that's great because a fairly local school to where I grew up in Southern California, where Sweet Valley, the fictional town, is located. It's like a fictional suburb of LA. So that's another reason why it was just so relatable to me growing up. And this page has not been written in. It says all about me in the summer of, so you'd write like the summer of 90, I guess, when the book came out, or whenever. I'm going to leave it blank, though. I'm not going to fill it out, but it says, put your name, age, height, birthday, eye color, nickname, and family names and ages. And right here in this cute little spot, it says me, so you're supposed to tape like a picture of yourself right there. And on the next page, there's a cute little letter from Jessica and Elizabeth, and it even has their signature right there. It says, "Hi everybody, we're so excited about the wonderful things we'll be doing this summer that we wanted to share them with all of you. Inside this book, you'll find tons of ideas to keep you busy all summer long. There are great party ideas, fun projects, trivia quizzes to test your Sweet Valley smarts, crossword puzzles, word search games, a place for autographs and photographs, and a few surprises. We worked on this book together, so it doesn't matter if you're more like one of us or the other. We both included all of our favorite summer activities, so there will be plenty for everyone to enjoy. We're planning to have the best summer ever, and we think you will too. Have a super vacation. Love, Jessica and Elizabeth." And it's cute because their signatures even look different. So over here it says, "Summer Fun, the twins' secret language." We've done that book on this channel, haven't we, guys? It says, Elizabeth and I know a great secret language. It's easy to learn, but if you want to be good at it, you'll have to practice. Practice often because the better you are, the more fun you'll have. Our father taught us the language, but Elizabeth and I practice so much that he can't understand us anymore. We talk too fast for him. The language is called Ithic. Ithic R, ye Ithic Gu, or Ithic Ed, Ithic E, Ithic Tu, the Ithic Earn, Ithic It. I just asked, are you ready to learn it? All you have to do is insert an Ithic into the middle of each syllable of every word. For example, in Ithic, the words Sweet Valley would be Swi Ithic Eat, the Ithic Al, Ithic E. With words or syllables of one or two letters, or syllables that begin with a vowel, the letters A, E, I, O, and U, you put the Ithic before the whole syllable. Ithic I would mean I, and Ithic At would mean at. I know this sounds difficult now, but try it. It's easier than it sounds. I guarantee that before you know it, you'll be speaking Ithic a mile a minute. If you have trouble figuring out where the Ithic belongs in a certain word, try writing it down and then reading it. That makes it much easier. And then the next page says, Elizabeth's Picture Perfect Collage. Last week, Nora Mercandy came over to see pictures from my Beat the Heat barbecue. See page 9. So that's in a couple of pages. We decided to make a collage of all the photographs. It's a great way to see all of your favorite photos all the time. You'll need one piece of thick cardboard, double-stick Scotch tape or glue, watercolors or magic markers or crayons, photographs. Cut out a piece of cardboard. Its size will depend on how many pictures you want to put on it. A picture or rectangle shape is best because the photographs will fit better. Measure 2 inches all around the edge and mark the border with a pencil line. Gather all the photographs that you like. You'll probably have a hard time choosing which ones to include. Arrange the photos inside the 2-inch border, overlapping them so that no spaces show in between. Then tape or glue them onto the cardboard. When you finish the collage, color in the border with watercolors, crayons, or magic markers to make a frame for your creation. You can also make a collage using your favorite pictures from magazines. Jessica loves her Melody Power collage. And over here it says, Jessica's tips for starting a club. I'm a member of the Unicorn Club, and I love it. At our meetings, the unicorns talk about boys, music, clothes, parties, and special unicorn projects. You can start a club too. So it says, forming the club. If you're going to have a great club, you need to find other people who have the same interests you have. Your club might have a specific purpose. You may all ride horses or write stories, or the club might not have anything except having fun. If you like, make up a few rules about how to get into the club and how to stay in. Naming your club. The Unicorn Club has a great name. Unicorns are rare and beautiful, just like the members of our club. Make sure you pick a name that tells everyone how special the members of your club are. Officers. Some clubs don't have any, but most clubs elect at least 3 officers: a president, a treasurer, and a secretary. The secretary is in charge of taking notes at the meetings, the treasurer is in charge of the club's money, so she should be good at math, and the president is in charge, period. You can have even more officers if you want. For example, you could have a vice president, who is second in command to the president, and a social director who plans the club's parties. Dues. Club members pay dues, money you pay in order to belong to the club. Decide how much your dues should be by taking a vote. The unicorns each pay a dime every week. You can use the club money to throw parties, go on trips, or buy materials for special club projects. New members. Once your club is formed, you may want to have new members join every once in a while. Everyone in the club should get to vote on who you want to ask to join. You may want to have pledge tasks for the new members. Pledge tasks should be silly things that won't hurt anyone's feelings, like walking backward all morning, wearing gloves in the middle of the summer, or going to the mall dressed in a Halloween costume. And it says club trademarks. One of the best things about belonging to a club is having special club trademarks. The unicorns wear something purple every day. You might have a secret language, see page 5, or an official club handshake, song, or password that nobody outside of the club knows. Or you might have club buttons or t-shirts that tell everyone you're a member. It's fun to have certain activities that make your club unique. And then over here it says Elizabeth's Beat the Heat Party. And it has a cute picture of chocolate chip cookies over there. And it says, "Is it so hot that you want to jump into the fridge? I know a great way to help you and your friends cool off. Throw a Beat the Heat barbecue. If you throw the party with your friends, it will be even more fun. I threw my BBQ with Amy Sutton and Julie Porter. I did 1/3 of the work and had 3 times as much fun." Invitations. Invitations set the mood for a party. Making your own is easy and will get you psyched for the fun. You'll need some brightly colored construction paper, sparkles, glue, and scissors. Fold an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of construction paper in half and cut it along the crease you've just made. Then fold each piece in half. You've just made 2 cards that open. On the inside of the invitations, write the important information about the party: your name, address, telephone number, and the time and date of the party. Ask your guests to call you and let you know if they're coming. Don't forget to remind them to wear their bathing suits. On the outside of the invitations, write BBQ Party in glue, just like you would write with a pen. If you want, you can also make a design. Then sprinkle sparkles over the glue. Let the invitations dry overnight and shake off the loose sparkles before you mail them. These are such cute ideas, and I wonder if, today's kids do this sort of stuff, or is this just what those of us growing up in, the 80s and early 90s did, I don't know. And the next page says decorations. I always put a bunch of balloons on my front door whenever I'm having a party. It makes the house easier to find and looks very festive. For the BBQ, we set up a picnic table with a red and white checked tablecloth in the backyard. Then we made fans out of construction paper and hung them from some of the trees. You can also decorate with flowers, crepe paper, tinsel, paper lanterns, and strings of popcorn. Let your imagination run wild. Music. Tape your favorite songs off the radio. When your guests arrive, turn the tape on loud and dance until your toes hurt. The tape will come in handy after the party, too. See how on page 46. The tape, you guys, as in cassette tape, which, of course, I had so many of when this book was published. Cool food. Food is important to any party. Julie, Amy, and I had 3 things in mind when we were deciding what to make for our BBQ. We wanted food that was delicious, fun to make, and especially food that would keep us cool. Here are the recipes we chose. Grapesicles. Take a bunch of seedless green and purple grapes, wash them, and put them in a bowl in the freezer until they are frozen. That's it. Frozen orange mini pops. You'll need 3 ice trays, 1 quart orange juice, toothpicks, and plastic wrap. Pour the juice into empty ice trays and then cover the trays with plastic wrap. Stick a toothpick through the plastic and into each cube. The plastic wrap holds the toothpicks in place so that you don't get lopsided pops. If you do get lopsided pops, don't worry. They'll be good anyway. Be sure to make these at least a day in advance. Otherwise, they might not be frozen by the time your guests arrive. BBQ cheese dogs. Even if you don't have an outdoor grill, you can still BBQ. Just cook the hot dogs inside in the broiler. To make the cheese hot dogs, you'll need hot dogs, 2 for each guest. 1 package of American cheese, hot dog buns, same amount as the hot dogs. Slice each hot dog down the middle. Put them on the outdoor grill or grill them in the broiler. You may want to have your mom or dad help. When the hot dogs are just about done, tuck half a slice of cheese into the slit in the hot dog. When the cheese is melted, take the hot dogs off the grill and pop them into a bun. That's the cheese part. To make BBQ sauce, you'll need 1 16-ounce bottle of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, 1 tablespoon Worcester sauce, a 1/4 cup dark brown sugar, 1/8 cup vinegar. Put everything in a pot, mix well, and heat it on the stove until it boils. Take the sauce off the heat and let it cool for a few minutes, then spoon it onto your cheese dog. Now that's BBQ. Cool It games. These games are the fastest way to cool off on a hot day. Apple splashing. You can play this game on Halloween, but it's even more fun on a steamy summer afternoon. You'll need a big tub, about 20 apples with stems, and 3 or 4 trays of ice. Fill up the tub with cold water. Add the ice cubes and the apples. Now you're ready to play. Each player has 60 seconds to pull out as many apples as she can with her teeth. Now, even as an adult, that sounds like it feels really good because it's already really hot where I am in May. So, yeah, this sounds like a fun game. The Great Balloon Throw. All you need is balloons. To turn your ordinary balloons into water balloons, stretch each one over the nozzle of an outdoor hose. Turn the water on very slowly, otherwise the balloon will fill up too quickly and burst. Mark off a starting line outdoors. Each guest gets a turn to step up to the line and throw her balloon as far as she can. The farthest throw wins. And this says what's hot and what's not this summer. Welcome to the What's Hot and What's Not section. In this section, you and your friends can record what was hot this summer and what wasn't so hot. Here's how it works. On the top of each page, there is a heading such as Best Movie. Halfway down, there is another heading such as Best Tan. We had a hard time choosing only 20 headings, but we think the ones we finally picked are the most exciting and most fun. Under each heading, there are blank lines. That's where you and your friends come in. You get to write in the name of the person or thing you think best fits the category. After you finish filling out each page, you fold it on the dotted line to keep your choice private. Then trade books with your friends. They get to enter their vote in your book, and you get to enter yours in theirs. It's simple, but it's great. One last thing. Make sure you use a pen so no one can change anything. Have fun! So as you can see, this is where you would vote for best movie that summer and worst movie, and that's the dotted lines where you fold it and trade with your friend. So cute. And over here it says the unicorn's hottest summer fashion tips. Summer is a perfect time to try out a new look. Not only will you look great during the hot weather, but you'll wow your friends when you get back to school. Everyone knows that sweatshirts go with jeans and pearls go with lace, but how many people think of wearing them all together? Knowing what earrings, belts, scarves, hats, pins, shoes, and necklaces to wear with your clothes makes all the difference. The unicorns know everything there is to know about fashion, and we're going to share our know-how with you on the next 9 pages. You'll find out how to wear accessories with flair, how to add style to things you already own, and how to make the summer's must-have friendship bracelets and t-shirts. We'll also teach you some of the coolest ways to wear your hair. Are you ready? Before you know it, you won't even recognize yourself. And over here you see where you vote for best album, and there's a poster of Johnny Buck. It says Johnny Buck's Pass the Buck, and then Jay, so that's what Jessica thought was the best album that summer. There's a picture of him, a little poster, and then worst album you have to vote on. And over here it says spectacular socks. Believe it or not, something as small as socks can make a huge difference in your wardrobe. Here's an example. You're wearing a bright blue vest, a yellow t-shirt, and jeans. It's a pretty standard look until you pull on a pair of yellow socks with hot pink polka dots. Now you're ready for fun. You don't have any interesting socks? Make some. You'll need your old boring socks, a needle and thread, sequins in different colors, and or glitter glue, and or permanent paint markers, and or buttons. Now go wild. Sew on the buttons and sequins in crazy designs, shapes, or words. Remember, both socks don't have to be the same. Jessica made a pair that said what on one and now on the other. Tamara found these great pins that are actually permanent paint markers. They're fabulous. You write with them just like you would with any pen, but you can write on fabric and it won't wash out. The markers come in every color of the rainbow, plus glitter and glow-in-the-dark colors. Since the paint in them dries kind of thick and puffy, you can stick sequins and buttons right into it and they'll stay there forever. Would you like to dye your socks before you wear them? Then check out the tie-dyeing how-tos on page 24. And over here, it's where you vote for best tan. And over here you vote for best book, and it says anything by Amanda Howard E. You know, Amanda Howard mysteries that Elizabeth reads and a lot of the books. And over here it says the best barrettes. Janet Howell, president of the Unicorns, has a barrette collection. She owns every kind of barrette you can buy. If Janet wants a new and different barrette, she has to make it herself. That's what gave Janet the idea to have a barrette decorating party for the Unicorns. She told each of us to bring plain barrettes with us. Ellen brought plain hair combs instead, and they worked just as well. Janet had collected all sorts of things for us to use to decorate the barrettes. All of the ones we made looked super, but these are the ones that looked the greatest. Ribbon. Our favorite barrettes were the ones we made with velvet ribbon or ribbon with polka dots. We found two great ways to put ribbon on the barrettes. One, tie the ribbon into a bow, leaving the ends about 2 inches shorter than your hair. Glue the ribbons to the barrette. Be careful not to glue down the ends. 2, wrap a long piece of ribbon around the part of the barrette that shows in your hair until the barrette is completely covered. Tuck the ends underneath and glue them down. Beads, just glue them on. The ones we liked most were made with brightly colored wooden beads and with rhinestones. Stamps. Ellen's mom had a bunch of old canceled postage stamps she had saved because they were pretty. We glued them onto the barrettes and then put a coat of varnish over them. And over here you see where you vote for best bathing suit, and it just says, mine, J. And of course, I'm sure Jessica has the cutest figure. I'm sure she looks the best. And then best party, you vote for that. And over here it says brilliant belts. Are you one of those people who never uses belt loops? You are not alone. Lots of people think belts are boring, and some of them are, but they don't have to be. You'll be surprised by how many articles of clothing can be turned into fantastic belts. Try the items below first, and then see what you can come up with yourself. You may start an incredible new fashion trend. Scarves. Scarves make great belts if they're the right shape. They should be long and narrow. Just pull the scarf through your belt loops and tie the ends together. Jessica's favorite scarf to wear as a belt is a pink chiffon one that her grandmother gave her. If you really want something fancy, try sewing beads onto a scarf. Leela created a really fabulous belt by sewing rhinestones onto a bandana. You could sew charms from a charm bracelet onto a bandana and create a super belt, especially if the charms are Western items, like cowboy boots and cactus. Ties. Yes, the kind your father wears around his neck. They make the coolest belts. Just pull one through your belt loops and make a bow. Beads. You need a really long string of beads. If the necklace has a clasp, close it. Wrap the beads around your waist so that you have a double row. Now just tie the ends together. Ta-da! You have more belts than you thought you did, don't you? And then over here, you vote for coolest brother or sister and creepiest brother or sister. Friendship bracelets. Friendship bracelets are terrific. They're really easy to make, and there are tons of ways to make them. But embroidery thread bracelets are the unicorns' favorite kind. All you need to make them is embroidery thread and a pair of scissors. You can buy embroidery thread at a fabric store or a dime store. Choose any color thread you like. You can use any number of colors you like too. The ones we made for each other are in 7 different shades of purple, and they are gorgeous. Make 3 groups of thread with about 6 to 8 threads in each group. The pieces should be about 9 inches long. Have someone hold the end of the thread or put something heavy on top of the end so that they won't move. Braid the threads together. Finish each end by tying the 3 groups of thread together in a knot. If you can, put the friendship bracelet on your friend's wrist yourself. Friendship bracelets are meant to stay on forever. You can make friendship anklets too. Just make longer bracelets. And then over here you vote for best band and best TV show of the summer. Tie-dye. Have you ever tie-dyed anything? It's fun but messy. Ask your parents before you start. You can tie-dye almost any piece of clothing that's made of cotton. Shirts, pants, jackets, sweaters, even socks. T-shirts are the easiest thing to work with. You might try one first so you can get the hang of the process. You'll need something white to dye, about 12 strong rubber bands, and 1 or more colors of fabric dye. Lay the item you want to dye on a flat surface. Wrap rubber bands tightly around the material wherever you don't want to pick up the color. Now you're ready to dye. Make sure you follow the directions on the box of dye very carefully. If you are only going to dye your item one color, allow it to dry completely, and then remove the rubber bands. You're finished. If you're going to use more than one color, dye the item the lightest color first. Then allow it to dry completely, but leave the rubber bands in. Add more rubber bands wherever you want the shirt to remain the first color, and then dye the second color. Keep doing this until you get to the darkest color. Be careful, once dye is on clothes, it never comes out. Make sure the item is completely dry before you take out the rubber bands. The first few times you wash the shirt, do it by hand to prevent the dye from running onto your other clothes. And then over here you vote for hottest actor and worst actor of the summer. High fashion hair. There's no reason to wear your hair the same way every day. Changing your hairstyle is one of the easiest ways to change your look. Leela and Jessica both have long hair, so they can try out a lot of different styles. One of their favorites is a long braid with a ribbon woven through it. It's perfect anytime you want to look unique, and it's easy to do. Divide your hair into 3 sections and pin a pretty ribbon to the middle section. Now braid your hair, including the ribbon that you've pinned to the middle section. The ribbon will be woven into your hair as you braid. Here are some other hair ideas to try. You can do these no matter what length your hair is. Add some curl. Here's a neat way of curling your hair with 20 to 30 pipe cleaners. You can buy them at a dime store. Wet your hair, hold each pipe cleaner vertically and wrap a piece of wet hair around it. Bend the pipe cleaner so that it stays in place. Keep doing this until all of your hair is wrapped around a pipe cleaner. When your hair is dry, take off the pipe cleaners. Your hair will be super curly. The more pipe cleaners you use, the curlier it will be. Wear pretty hair accessories. Collect patterned or lace ribbons and wear them like headbands. Wrap the ribbon around your head and tie the ends in a bow. You can put the bow at the top of your head or move it to one side or wear a special barrette. Check out the unicorns barrette ideas on page 18. And over here you have to vote for coolest actress and worst actress of the summer. So smart skin. If you don't like your clothes, you can change them. If you don't like your hair, you can cut it. But one thing you can never change is your skin. It's important to take care of it, and it's fun too. Here's the unicorn's favorite recipe for a facial mask that will give you the best skin around. It's easy and inexpensive, and you probably have the ingredients in your kitchen. Outstanding oatmeal masks. Leela once vowed never to get within 40 feet of oatmeal, but she changed her mind when Jessica told her about this great oatmeal mask. You'll love it too. You'll need half a cup dry oatmeal, 1 cup yogurt, and 1 tablespoon honey. Mix everything together, put the mixture on your face, and leave it on for about 20 minutes. When you wash it off, your skin will be softer and you will glow. And on the next page, you vote for Best Athlete, and it says Danny Jackson, E, so Elizabeth voted for him. Cutest Boy, it says Bruce Patman, J, so Jessica voted for him. Stupendous Sneakers. We love sneakers. They are cool and comfy at the same time, and there are so many different kinds. Mary likes running shoes in neon colors, and Jessica practically lives in her purple high tops. But no matter what kind of shoe she wears, each unicorn personalizes her sneakers so they're one of a kind, just like her. The easiest thing to do is to replace the laces. Laces come in every color of the rainbow, and you can even buy ones with hearts, stars, diamonds, and words on them. Ellen has a pair of glitter laces that she wears to parties. You can also use ribbons to lace your shoes. How about lace ribbon laces? They would look especially terrific if you wore them with a matching lace hair ribbon and a pair of lace socks. If you want to have sneakers that are super special, you can beautify a pair of plain white canvas sneakers. Decorate the shoe part of the sneaker with the same supplies we use for the socks on page 16. Janet made a terrific pair. She read the Unicorn Club on the left shoe and traced a picture of a unicorn on the right shoe. Then she asked all of the unicorns to autograph them. Some of us just wrote our names, some drew pictures and designs. They are definitely unique. And on the next page, you vote for Best Music Video and Worst Music Video. And back in 1990, MTV was everything to me. I know I was definitely into all the music videos. It says cool color combos. Color is crucial, so don't mess it up. Mr. Bowman is our English teacher. He always wears terrible outfits. One day he came to school in dark green checked pants with an orange shirt and a red sweater. There was nothing wrong with his pants, shirt, or sweater, except that the colors didn't go together. Don't be like Mr. Bowman. Unless you are wearing something that is designed to be multicolored, like Leela's new black, red, green, blue, and yellow jumpsuit, remember that there is a limit to how many colors you can mix together. There is also a limit on patterns. You can't wear polka dots, checks, stripes, and plaid all at once. Here are some of our favorite color combinations. Use these and experiment to make up some of your own. Purple and hot pink, purple and green, red and black, and pink and gray. Now, back then, you guys, I was really into purple and green. I loved those hot colors together. Add a trademark color to your wardrobe. The unicorn's trademark color is purple, and we always try to wear at least one purple thing every day. Choose a color you love and do the same. Try to figure out your best colors. Invite all your friends over for a color consultation. Put on different colored clothes and then have your friends vote on what colors look best on you. Make it into a real party. Have your friends bring their clothes, turn on some music, and take turns modeling the colors. And then the next page is a crossword puzzle. It says crossword puzzle number 1. And as you can see, the prior owner filled in the answers, which is fine. So these are all the questions across, and these are all the questions down. And they say, number 1, it says blank Sturbridge. Let's see, 5, that's 1 across. 5 across. Sometimes Elizabeth wears her hair pulled back into a blank. 8 across, blank Loconda. 12 across, not loose, but 13 across, short for radical, means cool. So that'd be like rad. 15 across, only the prettiest and most popular girls in the middle school are asked to join the, probably unicorns. 19 across, blank is missing. 22 across, a casual way to say yes. 24 across, red, white, and blank. 26 across, the big camp blank. 29 across, abbreviation for pounds. 30 across, Jessica and Leela like to work on their blank out by Leela's pool. 32 across, harness that an ox would wear. 33 across, Tom blank, he starred in Risky Business, The Color of Money, and Rain Man. So that would be Cruise, right? 35 across, blank of war. 37 across, angels have these above their heads. 39 across, blank what? 41 across, blank Rizzo. Sophia Rizzo, right? You should all know that. 42 across, blank shine. 43 across, I scream, you scream, blank, all scream for ice cream. 44 across, once upon a time, a long, long time, blank. 46 across, Elizabeth's favorite horse. And 47 across, blank diamond. And then down, number 1 is blank buck. That would be Johnny, right? 2 down, blank side out. 3 down, oh me, oh blank. 4 down, blank burger. 6 down, 1 blank 3. 7 down, another name for a hotel. 8 down, some blank bakery. 10 down, blank Clark, blank Nidick, or blank Davis. 11 down, some people call their dads this instead. 14 down, abbreviation for doctor. 16 down, he or she makes school more fun for the students, but the teachers don't usually like him or her. 17 down, blank place makes the biggest ice cream sundaes in Sweet Valley. 18 down, Jessica and Elizabeth take blank lessons on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. I believe that was ballet, right? 20 down, blank a dub-dub. 21 down, not no, but blank. 23, not she, but blank. 25, Casey blank the bat. 27 down, Jessica and Elizabeth both have one on Greg Voynow in book 40. So we haven't gotten to that one yet. 28 down, most people have 5 of them on the end of each foot. 31 down, what's left over when something burns. 34 down, caught with a lasso. 36 down, first name of Mrs. Waldron's niece in book number 22, and we haven't gotten to that one yet either. 38, cool blank a cucumber. 40 down, teacher's blank, so that'd be pet, right? Number 2 in the series. 42, Stephen is Mr. and Mrs. Wakefield's blank, son. 44 down, short for advertisement, and 45 down, not stop, but blank. Okay, so in the next page it says trivia quiz number 1, and there's 20 trivia questions. It says number 1, in book number 3, The Haunted House, Ellen, Leela, and Jessica win the prize for the prettiest costumes at the middle school's Halloween party. What do they come dressed as? Number 2, who is the faculty advisor for the Booster Club? Number 3, what 2 posters hang in Jessica's bedroom? Number 4, who is the biggest flirt in the 6th grade? Number 5, who is the president of the Unicorn Club? Number 6, which one of the twins' friends lives with her grandparents? Number 7, who does Jessica think is the cutest boy in the 7th grade? Number 8, in book number 1, Best Friends, who spreads false rumors that Mr. Neidick is being fired? Number 9, what bakery makes the unicorn's favorite cookies? Number 10, where do they serve the biggest sundaes in town? Number 11, one of Stephen's favorite movies was written by Brooke Dennis's father. What was it called? Number 12, what teacher at Sweet Valley Middle School has terrible taste in clothes? Number 13, who is the treasurer of the Unicorn Club? Number 14, who is the best baton twirler at school? Number 15, in book number 25, Standing Out, whose mother has a baby? And we haven't gotten there yet. Number 16, in Super Edition number 1, where do Elizabeth and Jessica go on their class trip? Number 17, which twin is older? By how much? 18, what is the name of the twins' secret language? 19, who's the twins' ballet teacher? And 20, what is the name of the dog that the twins dog sit in book number 27, Teamwork? And then we have word search number 1 over here. Look carefully. Words in this puzzle may be formed backward, maybe forward, backward, diagonal, or backward, diagonal. And somebody already did it, but the words were ballet, beach, California, chillers, cookout, dimples, Francine Pascal, gem, gossip, gym, homeroom, horses, Jessica, pool, purple, secrets, Sixers, smash, Stephen, twins, unicorn, and Wakefield. And it says answers are on page 76. And on the next page it says be a Sweet Valley star. Have you ever wished you could visit Sweet Valley? Now it's easy. With the story below, you can star in a Sweet Valley Twins mini book, just like Jessica. First, you have to answer these questions. A, your name is blank. B, your best friend's name is blank. C, your best friend's last name is blank. D, the color of your hair is. Wherever an A, B, C, or D followed by a blank line appears in the story below, fill in the word you wrote after that letter in the questions above. Then read the story. It's just like being there, isn't it? So this story is called Just Like Jessica. It says, it's not yet 7 o'clock in Sweet Valley, California. It's Saturday morning and nobody is awake in the C's house, or are they? In B's bedroom, B is sound asleep. Everything is peaceful, but then her bedroom door softly clicks open. She doesn't wake up. Inch by inch, the door silently opens wider and wider. A D-haired head pokes into the room. It's A, who is clearly and quietly up to no good. She is wide-eyed and nervous. When the door is open halfway, A slips in. The floor creaks softly and she stops dead, but B still doesn't move. Now A, barefoot on tiptoes, makes her way across the room toward B's dresser. Halfway there, she knocks into B's school bag. Notebooks and pens spill out onto the floor. A looks back at B. It's incredible, but she's still asleep. 3 more steps and A is at the dresser. Silently, carefully, she pulls the middle drawer out a tiny bit. Even more carefully, A lifts a beautiful pink sweater from the drawer. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. That is when A realizes there are bells attached by a string from the bottom of B's sweater to the end of the dresser drawer. The noise they make sounds very loud in the silent house, and A jumps a mile. Caught you, B yells. Indeed she has. Even A, who is practically a professional at getting out of jams, can't think of a way out of this one. This time she's caught, pink-handed. So it's so cute. It's a story with you and your best friend in Sweet Valley. And so the next page is another word search. It's word search number 2. The words are assembly, baton, best friends, Friends, Bicycles, Booster, Bully, Elizabeth, Fun, Guitar, Haunted House, Ithig, KSVR, Locker, NRG, Popularity, Shout, Stable, Sundays, Sunshine, Surf, Sweet Valley, and Swim. And somebody did it already. And over here is a section for you to glue photos. It says my family, my favorite pet, and my best friend. So cute. And the next page is more places for you to glue really cute photos of your summer, which is so cute and fun, right? And even more places to put photos. So I feel like if Instagram existed back in 1990, I feel like Jessica would be the one posting more pictures than Elizabeth. Don't you guys? I feel like this is mostly for Jess. Okay, and the next page says, Elizabeth's terrific time capsule. I can't decide what I like best about time capsules, making them or opening them. Here's how it works. Put a few things that are important to you in a box and hide it. Wait a few years, that's the hardest part, and then open it. The things you find in the box will remind you of the past. Jessica and I are going to try to make one every summer. If we do, starting 3 years from now, we'll have one to open every summer. You have to wait at least 3 years to open your time capsule. Otherwise, you'll probably still remember what's inside. You'll need a metal box. You can use a 2-pound coffee can with a plastic lid or a cookie tin and a screwdriver. The size of the box determines how many things each person gets to put in the time capsule. There was room for each of us to put 3 small items in the box we used. I put in one of Thunder's horseshoes, a newspaper article about Amanda Howard, and my first story for the Sixers. If you made a tape for your Beat the Heat BBQ, that is a perfect thing to include. After you fill the box, scratch the date into it with a screwdriver, holding the screwdriver as though it were a pin. It's a good idea to have someone hold the box steady while you do this. Now you have to decide where to hide the time capsule. You can bury the box in someone's backyard, make sure the box is waterproof, or you can hide it in someone's basement, attic, or closet. Don't forget to write down the time capsule's exact location so you won't forget where it is when it's time to open it. And over here it says, throw a Sweet Valley slumber party. The next time you have a slumber party, tell each of your guests to dress up as a character from a Sweet Valley Twins book. Oh, that's so cute. And to keep their character a secret. When all the guests arrive, start the party by trying to guess who they are. Each guest gets a turn to act like her character for 5 minutes without saying a word. Everybody else has to figure out who she is. If nobody has guessed correctly after 5 minutes, the next person takes her turn. After everybody has had a turn, the unidentified people tell everyone who they are supposed to be. You might want to give prizes for the best impersonation, which is the person who was easiest to guess, and for most characters guessed. Sweet Valley Twins books make great prizes. Oh, they would. Truth or Dare. No Sweet Valley slumber party is complete without a round of the all-time greatest slumber party game, Truth or Dare. It's Jessica's favorite because she finds out all kinds of secret things about her friends. When she's playing, everyone chooses truth because nobody wants to take a dare from Jessica. One person starts by calling out a guest's name and asking her truth or dare. If the person chooses truth, then she has to truthfully answer one question, no matter how embarrassing. If she doesn't want to answer, the first person gives her a dare to perform. Okay, and this page says, dares are funny tasks that the person has to do. A good dare isn't dangerous or mean, it's challenging. Most dares are worse than the truth questions. The person can also choose dare from the start. That usually means she has a lot of secrets. A great party means great food. Elizabeth and Jessica always serve these brownies at their slumber parties, along with plenty of Guido's deluxe pizzas. It says the best brownies. You'll need 1½ cups sugar, 2/3 cup butter, 1/4 cup water, 2 cups semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1½ cups flour, 4 eggs, 2 cups chopped walnuts or chopped pecans, 8 by 8 inch pan. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees. In a small saucepan, mix together the sugar, butter, and water. Bring the mixture to a slow boil and then quickly remove it from the heat. Add the chocolate chips into the saucepan and mix until the chocolate has melted. Add the vanilla, let the mixture cool for 5 minutes. In a small bowl, mix together the salt, baking soda, and flour. Then set this aside until later. Transfer the chocolate mixture into a large bowl. Add the eggs one at a time, beating each egg thoroughly into the chocolate before you add another one. Add the flour mixture and the nuts and mix everything together. To grease the pan, rub the end of a paper towel in butter, then wipe the bottom and all 4 sides of the pan until it is shiny. Shake a tablespoon of flour around the pan until all the butter is covered. Knock out any flour that didn't stick. Pour the batter into the pan. Bake the brownies for about 45 minutes. When you think they're done, stick a toothpick into the center of the pan. If there is no batter on the toothpick after you pull it out, they're ready. After they have cooled off, cut them into squares. And it says more Sweet Valley party ideas. Play Sweet Valley trivia, read the questions in the trivia quiz on pages 36 and 58 out loud. The person who can answer the most questions is Sweet Valley's smartest. Also try to come up with your own trivia questions. Can you think of a question that stumps everyone? Make yourself over. Check out the unicorn fashion tips on pages 14 through 32. They're great party projects. And the next page says, Jessica's Johnny Buck Party. I love Johnny Buck. His music is the hottest thing ever to hit Sweet Valley, and he's absolutely gorgeous. That's why I decided to have a Johnny Buck party. Pick your favorite group to use as a theme for your party. I had my party with Leela Fowler and Ellen Reitman. We invited tons of guests. It's definitely more fun and less work to throw a party with friends. And so it says invitations. I love to make invitations almost as much as I love to get them. These are the best. To make them, you'll need brightly colored construction paper, 8.5 by 11-inch sheets, black magic markers, glue, and old magazines. Cut out pictures of the group that is the theme for your party, plus pictures of musical instruments, food, words like fun, happy, or celebration, and anything else that has to do with a party. Fold the construction paper in half and then cut it along the crease you've just made. On one side of the invitation, write all the information about the party, including your name and address, the time and date of the party, and your phone number. Tell your guests to call you if they can't come. On the other side of the paper, make a mini collage of all the things you cut out of the magazines. Decorations. To make fabulous party decorations, you'll need balloons. We bought purple ones. Markers, curling ribbon in bright colors, scotch tape, and scissors. Blow up the balloons and tie a knot to close them. Then use the markers to draw musical notes right on the balloons. It will take a few minutes for the marker to dry, so be careful. Cut the ribbon into long pieces. Using one blade, pull the scissors down the length of the ribbon so it curls up. Now tie the ribbons around the bottom of each balloon. We held our party in Ellen's basement. Leela and I brought over all of our Johnny Buck posters and t-shirts to hang on the walls. Then we taped up the balloons in any blank spaces that were left. It looked really great and set the scene perfectly for our party. And it says Johnny Buck's favorite games. Dance contest. Johnny loves to dance, and so do we. That's why our favorite party game is a dance contest. Make sure you've got music that never slows down. That's the best kind to dance to. Decide who your most honest and trustworthy friend is and elect her dance contest judge. Then everyone dances until she gets tapped on the shoulder by the judge, which means she is out of the contest. It's a good idea to have at least 2 dance contests with 2 judges so that each judge gets a chance to dance too. We always have a lot more than 2 contests. We dance till we drop. And then it says charades. Anybody who's a good actor or a good guesser will love this game. To play, you'll need paper and pencils, a bowl, and a timer or a stopwatch. Each person picks a partner. If you have an odd number of guests, there can be 3 people in one group. Each team chooses the name of a song and writes it down on a piece of paper without showing it to anyone from another team, and then puts the paper in the bowl. Have one person from each team choose a piece of paper out of the bowl and read the song title written on it without showing it to her partners. The person who picked from the bowl is the actor, and her partner is the guesser. The actor has to act out the name without saying one word. The guesser, of course, has to try to guess the title. The team who guesses quickest wins. Food. After all the dancing and guessing, your guests will be hungry. Make sure that you have plenty of chips and dip on hand for them to munch on. French tuna salad sandwiches. When Leila was in France last year, she discovered this recipe. These sandwiches are the best I've ever had, except for maybe the hamburgers at the Dairy Burger. For each sandwich, you'll need 1 hard roll, shredded lettuce, tomato slices, sliced red and green peppers, 1 sliced hard-boiled egg, 2 tablespoons of tuna fish, no mayo, oil, vinegar, salt, and pepper. Boil the eggs, and when they're cool, slice them. Chop up the lettuce and slice the tomato and peppers. Cut the rolls so that they look like hamburger buns. Now pile all the ingredients onto the roll, drizzle them with some oil and vinegar, and sprinkle a bit of salt and pepper over everything. Voila! Jessica's twin splits. These banana splits are almost as good as the ones served at Casey's place. Set up all the ingredients and let your guests make their own. You'll need bananas. You can make 2 twin splits with 1 banana, 2 or more different flavors of ice cream, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, chopped nuts, chocolate chips, and cherries. Here's how you put a twin split together. Peel a banana and cut it in half across the middle. Then cut it in half again, the long way this time. Put 2 pieces of banana into a bowl. Then, in this order, put in 2 scoops of ice cream, chocolate syrup, chocolate chips, whipped cream, and nuts. Top the whole thing off with a cherry. And then on the next page, we have crossword puzzle number 2, which the prior owner filled in again. And so the questions for across are roller blank, that's 2 across, 6 across, short for bicycle, 7 across, to make sneaky plans, 9 across, not out but blank, 10 across, when she speaks, we can hear Madame Andre's French blank, 13 across, Mr. Wakefield is Elizabeth and Jessica's blank, 14 across, something thunder would eat, 17 across, blank pizza palace, 20 across, place to build sandcastles, 21 across, blank re mi fa sol, 22 across, a light that isn't bright is blank, 23 across, blank and order, 25 across, the kind of party at which you play truth or dare and have pillow fights, 29 across, the thanking blank, it's in Elizabeth and Jessica's backyard, 30 across, Elizabeth thinks most of the unicorns are blank, 32 across, when someone is in good shape, they are physically blank, 33 across, you might say this when you have a very good idea, 36 across, Elizabeth will meet Jessica, Elizabeth blank Jessica yesterday, 37 across, blank and downs, 38 across, the camp Elizabeth and Jessica go to in the big camp secret, 40 across, Jenny blank Culpepper, 41 across, Ken blank Hughes, 42 across, Elizabeth is the editor of the Sweet Valley blank. And for down, the questions are 1 down, blank the tail on the donkey, 2 down, another word for ocean, 3 down, blank wild ones, 4 down, most people sleep in one at night, 5 down, twins is father's first name, 6 down, not small, 7 down, Elizabeth takes writing lessons at the Carson blank, 8 down, Ms. Weiler teaches blank class, 11 down, to take a big noisy bite, 12 down, blank way, Jose, 15 down, rips, 16 down, you use this tool to cut wood, 17 down, Caroline Pierce likes to blank, 18 down, Jessica's bad blank, 19 down, when you are trying to lose weight, sometimes you go on a blank, 24 down, Belinda Layton and Danny Jackson can run very blank, 26 down, allows, permits, 27 down, the blank, it's the newspaper at Sweet Valley High. If you don't know its name, read a book from the Sweet Valley High series. 28 down, blank McKay, Dylan's brother. 31 down, blank friends. 32 down, this phrase should rhyme, blank in the sun. 34 down, the awesome blank. 35 down, blank apple a day keeps the doctor away. 38 down, blank strikes back. And 39 down, Elizabeth's best friend after Jessica. And it says answers are on page 76. And the next page says scrapbook. A scrapbook is the perfect place to keep things that are important to you. You can put anything in one. A letter from a special boy, a piece of sea glass you found on the beach, a pressed flower, or whatever else makes you feel good. These pages are for your own private summer keepsakes. And so that's what you will just glue here. As you can see, there's examples. There's a movie theater ticket, like a ribbon for a prize. There's some scissors and tape, just some blank areas for you. Okay, so the next question, or the next page says trivia quiz number 2, and these are the questions, the trivia questions. So number 1, in book number 1, Best Friends, who does Roberta Manning date? Number 2, what's the name of the dog Jessica Dog sits in book number 5, Sneaking Out? Number 3, what is Mary Giaccio's mother's name? 4, in book number 15, The Older Boy, Jessica goes out on a date with an older boy. What is his name? 5, in book number 14, who was elected 6th grade president? 6, what is Ellen Reitman's little brother's name? 7, who writes the gossip column for the Sixers? 8, who is the coach of the boys' basketball team? 9, in book number 8, First Place, what does Leila Fowler have that makes Elizabeth jealous of her? 10, who starts attending Sweet Valley Middle School in book number 10? Hint, she has a heart condition. 11, what are the twins' parents' first names? 12, in book number 22, Out of Place, Jessica loans one of her friends her father's tennis racket. Who is it? 13, who wins the statewide essay contest in book number 16? 14, what do Jessica and Winston Egbert grow for their science project in book number 26, Taking Charge? 15, what does Elizabeth find that lets her know Arthur Castle is really a prince from Santa Dora? 16, what character does Jessica want to play in the musical Carnival in book number 18, Center of Attention? Number 17, who does Jessica make over in book number 31? 18, who wins the contest to name a radio show on KSVR? What was the winning name? 19, how many miles does Lewis Waller ride in the Sweet Valley Middle School bike-a-thon? And 20, what do Jessica and Elizabeth name their new business in book number 39, Jessica and the Money Mix-Up? And over here, and it says answers are on page 77. And over here it says Summer Planner. Summer vacation always seems like a long time, but before you know it, it's September again. If you really want to enjoy your summer, you have to get organized. The next 3 sections help you do it. The summer calendar is the perfect place to jot down important dates and plans, everything from babysitting jobs to slumber parties to shopping trips. The address book will help you keep track of your friends over summer vacation, and make sure you get everyone to give you their autograph. You never know who's going to be famous someday. And so the next page is a calendar for June, for the first week, the second week, the third week, the fourth week of June. And so they filled out some examples. Like right here, it says beat the heat barbecue and don't forget your bathing suit E. So that's Elizabeth's plans for the first week of June, Wednesday. And on the second week, on a Saturday, Jessica wrote unicorn meeting at Casey's place, J. So that's just a couple examples in their cute handwriting on the calendar page. And the next page is the calendar for July. And on the third week, it says sleepover at Amy's, E. And on the first week, it says Johnny Buck Party, bring your dancing shoes, J. So that's a couple of examples. And then the next page is the calendar for August. And as you can tell with all of these, nobody has filled out anything. So that's great. So for Saturday, Jessica wrote shop at the mall with Leila. So that's just her example to give you guys. And then the next page is addresses. So it gives like little pictures of envelopes, just an example of to put your friends' addresses in. And of course, these are all blank again. Nobody has filled them out, but I do recall keeping address books for my friends' addresses and phone numbers. That was very big in the 90s and the 80s, for sure, in my lifetime, for sure. And the next page is more room for addresses. Probably Jessica has a ton of friends, so she's giving you tons of space. And then the next page, more address room, and then autographs. It says, have a great summer, Amy. So that's her. So that's kind of like what we used to do with our yearbooks. You get your friends' autographs over here. And the next page is more space for autographs. It says, see you at the beach, Ellen. I'll send you a postcard, Leela, because of course she's going somewhere fabulous and not taking you with her, right? And the next page is horoscope. Ooh, this should be interesting. So it says Aries, March 21st to April 20th. Your best friend is very lucky because you are a loyal friend. You are also a born leader. You could run for class president. Be careful. Sometimes you can be too pushy. Janet Howell is an Aries. Ooh, that's interesting. It's telling you everybody's sign. Taurus, April 21st to May 21. You tell exciting stories. You might grow up to be a writer or an artist. You also have a tendency to exaggerate. Don't let your imagination run away with you. Francine Pascal is a Taurus, so that's the creator of Sweet Valley. Gemini, May 22 to June 21st. You are popular because you can make your friends laugh. Usually you are very thoughtful, but you can also be irresponsible. Elizabeth and Jessica Wakefield are Geminis. So they're Geminis and they're twins, so go figure. Cancer, June 22nd to July 23rd. You're very creative. Your friends are always hoping you'll think of a way to get them out of doing homework. Sometimes your feelings are hurt too easily. Todd Wilkins and Mary Wallace are Cancers. Leo, July 24th through August 23rd. You are very outgoing. You are a natural-born actress. Someday you might be a famous movie star. Leela Fowler and Amy Sutton are both Leos. And they're both very different. Virgo, August 24th through September 23rd. You are always organizing everything, from your little brother's lunch to the school play. Nobody minds because you're full of great ideas. Sometimes you can be too quiet. Don't be afraid to be more outgoing. Julie Porter is a Virgo. Libra, September 24th to October 23rd. You have a gentle and understanding way with people. You might consider being a doctor when you grow up. Make sure you don't get so involved with other people's problems that you forget to eat or sleep. Patrick Morris is a Libra. Scorpio, October 24th to November 22nd. You like being in charge and you love having secrets. You get teased a lot because you take things so seriously. Remember that it's important to laugh. Bruce Patman and Brooke Dennis are Scorpios. Sagittarius, November 23rd to December 21st. When you want something, you work hard to get it. You might be president of your own business someday. You have lots of opinions, and sometimes you are too honest. Ellen Reitman is a Sagittarius. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 20th. You are very responsible and mature. When you decide to do something, there's no stopping you. You love to learn new things, and you could be a great professor one day. Peter DeHaven and Nora Mercandy are both Capricorns. Now, this one is my favorite because I'm an Aquarius, and I'm very much like an Aquarius. Aquarius, January 21st to February 19th. You are very curious. You might be a detective someday. You're energetic and love sports. You like to break rules. Be careful not to get in trouble at school. Belinda Layton is an Aquarius, and we haven't been introduced to her yet, so she's not in any of the books we've done on the channel yet, but I'm sure she'll come up. And then Pisces, February 20th to March 20th. People sometimes think you are shy, but you are really a creative person. You love to solve problems, and your friends always come to you for advice. Olivia Davidson is a Pisces. And then the next page is the answers to the crossword puzzles and the word searches. And then it gives you also the answers to trivia quiz number 1 and trivia quiz number 2. So those say for number 1, The quiz number 1, it says number 1 is Hula Girls. Number 2 is Ms. Langberg, their gym teacher. 3, one of Johnny Buck, the rock star, and 1 from Shout the Musical. 4, Sally Holcomb. If you didn't know, read book number 25, Standing Out. Number 5, Janet Howell. Number 6, Nora Mercandy. If you didn't know, read book number 3, The Haunted House, which we have. 7 is Bruce Patman. 8 is Caroline Pierce. 9 is Some Crumb Bakery. 10 is Casey's Place. 11 is Car Capers. If you didn't know, read book number 6, The New Girl, which we have. Number 12 is Mr. Bowman. Number 13 is Mary Wallace. 14, Amy Sutton. 15, Belinda Layton's. 16, The Enchanted Forest and Amusement Park. 17, Elizabeth by 4 minutes. 18, Ithig. If you didn't know, read book number 12, Keeping Secrets, which we've read as well. 19 is Madame Andre, and 20 is Joe. And then for quiz number 2, 1 is Stephen Wakefield, 2, Sally, 3, Andrea Robinson until book number 13, Stretching the Truth, in which she gets remarried and becomes Andrea Wallace. 4, Josh Engler. 5, Randy Mason. 6, Mark. If you didn't know, read book number 11, Buried Treasure, which we have. 7 is Caroline Pierce. 8 is Coach Cassels. If you didn't know, read book number 4, Choosing Sides. Yes, we have. 9 is A Horse Named Thunder. 10 is Pamela Jacobson. 11, Alice and Ned. 12, Janet Howell. 13, Dylan McKay. 14, Mold. 15, A Santa Doran Bill. 16, Lily. 17, Sandra Ferris. 18, Elizabeth, The Awesome Hour. If you didn't know, read book number 35, Amy's Pen Pal. 19, 22 Miles. If you didn't know, read book number 38, Lois Strikes Back. And number 20 is Helping Hands. And the next page is like a mock-up edition of the Sweet Valley Sixers. It's a special edition fall preview. So this is what it would have looked like, what we read about in the books. This is what it looks like. It says, track star in trouble. Sweet Valley Middle School hasn't had a winning track team in years, but this season it looks like that is finally going to change. A new student at Sweet Valley Middle School, Danny Jackson, has helped turn the team around. Danny may lead the team to victory over Pinecrest Middle School this season, if he is allowed to compete. The principal, Mr. Clark, has threatened to suspend Danny from the team if his behavior in class doesn't improve. We're all hoping Danny makes it through the season. And then it says, ear-piercing mania hits Sweet Valley Middle School. Leila Fowler is getting her ears pierced, and she has started a craze among the 6th grade girls. If you want to wear the coolest earrings, you have to have pierced ears, Leila told us. Leila has already purchased a pair of earrings to wear on the day she is able to remove her piercing studs. They are, what else? Unicorns. It says, Erin Dallas turns 12, big bash planned. Erin Dallas's birthday is coming up, and the entire 6th grade is looking forward to it. That's because Erin is planning a huge birthday party. The details are still a secret, but we do know this. The party will not be at Erin's house, and a special guest will perform. It's someone everyone in the 6th grade loves, Erin told us. We can't wait to find out who it could be. And then it says, support your track team. Come to the meet Wednesday after school. It says, find out more about what's happening with Jessica and Elizabeth and their friends at Sweet Valley Middle School in Sweet Valley Twins books coming this fall. And then over here, it looks like this is an essay contest. Sweet Valley Twins, could you be the next Sweet Valley Reader of the Month? Enter Bantam Books Sweet Valley Contest and Sweepstakes in one. Calling all Sweet Valley fans. Here's a chance to appear in a Sweet Valley book. Oh, we know how important Sweet Valley is to you. Yes, it is. That's why we've come up with a Sweet Valley celebration, offering exciting opportunities to have your thoughts printed in a Sweet Valley book. How do I become a Sweet Valley Reader of the Month? It's easy. Just write a one-page essay, no more than 150 words, please, telling us a little about yourself and why you like to read Sweet Valley books. We will pick the best essays and print them along with the winner's photo in the back of upcoming Sweet Valley books. Every month there will be a new Sweet Valley Twins Reader of the Month. And there's more. Just sending in your essay makes you eligible for the grand prize drawing for a trip to Los Angeles, California. This once-in-a-lifetime trip includes round-trip airfare, accommodations for 5 nights, economy double occupancy, a rental car and meal allowance. Approximate retail value $4,500, which, in 1990 was a lot more than now. Don't wait, write your essay today. No purchase necessary. See the next page for official rules. See, I wonder who the winners were for that, Oh my goodness, how lucky. Were you a winner? Please put in the comments if that was you. And then the last page is just the Sweet Valley Reader of the Month sweepstakes, in fine print, all of the rules for that. And then we are at the end of the book. And the back says, join Elizabeth and Jessica Wakefield for a terrific summer. The Sweet Valley Twins Super Summer Fun Book is your fun-packed guide to the greatest vacation ever. Elizabeth shares her favorite summer projects and gives you advice on ways to beat the summer heat. Jessica tells you how to start a club as fabulous as the unicorns and gives you pointers on throwing the coolest parties. Plus, fashion tips from the unicorns, a special fill-in section to record your favorite summer movies, songs, and parties, Sweet Valley trivia quizzes, word searches, and crossword puzzles, a summer calendar, photo album, scrapbook, autograph section, and address book to help you keep track of vital information, the twins' secret language, and much more. Whether you're planning to spend your summer on the beach, at camp, or in your own backyard, let your favorite identical twins show you how to have a super summer, Sweet Valley style. So I hope you enjoyed that. I really tried to read like every little thing. I really wanted to be complete with it, to give you a really good idea of what is included in this awesome book. Do you own this by any chance? Did you guys have this back in the day when it was first released? Because, I just found out about it and I've been holding on to it for some months now, waiting till we got closer to summer because I thought it, it needed to be, it was very seasonal. So I wanted to wait until the right time. So thank you so much for being with me today and for listening to this. I hope it was interesting. I hope it was relaxing and satisfying. I'll talk to you soon, and